When were you really ready to play last year physically that you felt right? And how much is it looking forward? Are you looking forward to having a real training camp this year? At regular health.
Right. I really didn't feel all the way healthy like I did 2 years ago, until like the last 30 games of the year. It was a long process, but I stuck with it with the trainers and believed in what they told me. And I've gotten back to where I was, and hopefully it could be a much better and productive year, especially with the training camp, having that under my belt, getting to know my players early. That'll help.
J.R., John Schumann, NBA.com. The numbers say that you were a much better catch and shoot shooter than off the dribble shooter. Do you feel like this offense will give you more catch and shoot looks than trying to create off the dribble?
Yeah, honestly, I think it'll do both. I think it'll give me a lot of opportunities to make plays for other people, but at the same time, it'll give me a lot of wide open spot shots, so it'll help.
Could you just address the depth that you guys have at shooting guard, with Tim, yourself, and Iman?
Yeah, I think we can hit people from 3 totally different angles. And that's one thing. I think there's not a team in this league that have what we have at the shooting guard spot, and I think that's very unique. Some people look at it, you got to choose 1 or 2 of them, and I don't think you should look at it like that. I think you should look at it as a dynamic trio, like people do the running backs in football. So it's just that we have to learn how to play with, whether it's all 3 of us on the court or it's 2 of us on the court, however it is, we just have to learn the ins and outs of how we can make it successful.
You're probably the team's best defensive-minded player. What do you see from Fisher and his defensive philosophy?
I'm not sure of that. We haven't gotten a chance to, as a team, sit down and talk over how we're going to do that this year. I'm excited to know the approach that he has, but just looking at his career and looking at how he played defense, I think a big thing that I took from him is he didn't gamble as much as I did. He was a good defender, but he learned to be solid for his team more than taking gambles for his own personal benefit, and that's something that I got to learn.
Iman, Howard Megdal from Capital New York. I'm curious, just coming into a season where Phil has talked about you in particular as someone who is a very good fit for this system. You've been singled out by past regimes, not necessarily in a positive way. I'm curious what the difference is like for you, just emotionally, intellectually, being able to prepare for a season like this.
This summer, I worked out at IMG in Sarasota, Florida, and it just helped me to realize that I'm only 24 and I'm playing in New York, so I don't really have anything to be mad about or down about. I just, attacked each and every day with a smile and made sure I came to work hard. So with Phil and Derek coming in and, those guys being winners, it gave me the world of confidence going into my 4th year.
There were times when I felt like I would watch you last season and defensively, because of how hectic the system was sometimes, the team would send you to go double in the post and then you'd have to run to the other side of the floor, try to get to the corner. Did you feel like you gambled? Was that your natural instinct, or did you feel like you were doing that because if you weren't as aggressive as you were, that the team wasn't going to get stops without you doing that?
Usually if I double the post, it's out of our rotations. It's usually part of the game plan. But, last year Woody did trust me enough for me to be able to use my own judgment sometimes with those doubles. So sometimes it's part of the game plan. Sometimes it's me being overly aggressive or seeing that we have a weakness with somebody on the backside that I want shooting that 3 ball. But other than that, it's usually the game plan.